Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about Washington quarter dollar, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. You could be holding a $34,000 quarter. The shocking truth about the 2019 Washington quarter from the proof set ***. Do you know what's hiding inside your coin jar, proof set collection, or maybe even tucked away in a forgotten drawer? It might look like just another quarter. But what if I told you that one specific 2019 Washington quarter could sell for as much as $34,000? Yes, you heard that right. One single 2019 quarter from a US Mint proof set has actually sold for $34,000 ***, and several others have gone for thousands more. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what this coin is, what to look for, and how you can tell if you have one sitting in your hands right now. Stay tuned, because this video might literally change your life. Let's dive in. So what makes this quarter so special? We're talking about the 2019 Washington quarter dollar from the United States Mint proof set. Now, if you're not familiar with proof sets, they are specially made collector coins produced with a high-quality striking process that gives them a mirror-like background and sharp, frosted details. These coins are not meant for circulation. They are made in limited quantities and sold directly by the US Mint, but not all 2019 quarters are created equal. Within these proof sets, particularly the ones minted in San Francisco, there are some incredible rarities. Here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark. The valuable 2019 quarters we're talking about come with an S mint mark, which means they were struck at the San Francisco Mint. These aren't your regular pocket change. These coins were struck with greater care, using polished dies and planchets to produce that signature proof finish. But even among proof coins, some are far more valuable than others. Now here's where things get exciting. Some of these quarters from the 2019 proof set have been discovered with extremely rare error varieties, including double die obverse, reverse design anomalies, and even mint striking errors. And those errors, combined with a perfect condition grading, have taken prices through the roof. A top-grade 2019 S Washington quarter with deep cameo contrast and error features has sold for as much as $34,000. Let me say that again. A single quarter. 34 grand. And others have sold for $2,700, $5,400, $11,200, even $19,000, all depending on the condition, strike quality, and rarity. Now, how do you know if your quarter is one of the jackpot coins? Here's a quick checklist. Mint mark. Look for an S under "In God We Trust" on the obverse side. That confirms it's a San Francisco proof coin. Surface quality. Proof coins have mirror-like fields with frosted images. But the highest value ones are graded PR69 or PR70 deep cameo by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Errors and varieties. These are the real gold mines. Look for doubling on the lettering, irregular edges, or misaligned designs. You might not even notice them without a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Reverse design. In 2019, there were 5 different reverse designs released as part of the America the Beautiful series. Some of the highest-selling coins include the Lowell National Park, San Antonio Missions, and River of No Return Wilderness quarters. The rarest versions, the ones bringing in tens of thousands, often include one of two things: a known error variety or a flawless condition with a perfect deep cameo finish, and collectors are paying huge premiums for them. You might be wondering, but why would someone pay $34,000 for a quarter? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. When a coin is discovered to have an unusual error or is one of the finest examples in existence, collectors and investors compete for it. This drives up the price, sometimes to shocking levels. And here's the best part: these coins are still out there. People have found them in their proof sets, from estate sales, coin shops, even second-hand marketplaces. You don't need a treasure map, you just need to know what to look for. Let's say you find a 2019 S Washington quarter in a sealed proof set. You send it off to be graded. It comes back as a PR70 deep cameo with a known mint error, Maybe a double die or die clash. You just hit the jackpot. And remember, some of these quarters, with those conditions, have sold for $2,700, $5,900, $14,000, and up to $34,000. That's enough to cover rent for a year. Pay off debt. Go on the vacation of your dreams. Or build a serious coin collection of your OW&.SO before you spend another quarter. Check it. Dig out those proof sets. Look in your drawers, closets, old boxes. Call your parents. Ask your grandparents. You never know who might be sitting on a gold mine without realizing it. And if you think this is wild, just wait until you hear what's going on with certain Roosevelt dimes and Lincoln cents. But that's a story for another video. If you found this helpful, don't just keep it to yourself. Smash that like button, share this video with someone who collects coins or might have old proof sets lying around, and hit that subscribe button with notifications on, because we're uncovering the most valuable coins hiding in plain sight every week. This is not just collecting. This is smart money. This is treasure hunting, and it starts with a single quarter. You might be holding a coin worth $2,700, or maybe $34,000. So what are you waiting for? Go check your 2019 quarters, now. Top 2. Have you ever looked at a coin in your hand and thought, this little thing could be worth thousands? Well, you might want to check your collection, because the 1984 Washington quarter, specifically the one from a U.S. Mint proof set, could be the hidden treasure you've been sitting on for years. You see, most people glance at quarters and think 25 cents. But collectors, coin dealers, and even investors know better. That same 1984 quarter, if it checks the right boxes, can be worth not just a few bucks, but thousands. And in rare cases, tens of thousands. I'm not talking about decades-old silver quarters or some colonial coin dug up from the ground. I'm talking about a regular-looking 1984 quarter that might be sitting quietly in a proof set, glowing with mirror-like perfection, waiting to shock the next person who picks it up with a magnifier and a little knowledge. Back in 1984, the United States Mint released beautiful proof sets from the San Francisco Mint. These weren't made for spending, they were created for collectors. Proof coins are specially struck using polished dies and specially prepared coin blanks to create that eye-popping mirror finish and sharply defined detail. And in those proof sets, the Washington quarter took center stage for more than one reason. While millions of quarters were made for everyday use, only a small number were minted in these pristine proof conditions. And of those, even fewer have survived in perfect, untouched, unblemished condition. That's where the story gets crazy. Because in today's market, if you've got a 1984 Washington quarter from a proof set, and it grades a flawless PR70 with a deep cameo finish, that single coin, which originally cost less than a couple bucks in a proof set, could now be worth over $1,700. That's right. A quarter, 25 cents, now commanding nearly $2,000. But it doesn't stop there. There's a level of rarity and perfection that drives collectors into bidding wars. We're talking about the unicorns of coin collecting. A small handful of 1984 Washington quarters from proof sets have sold for amounts that defy belief. When certain examples are found with ultra-deep cameo contrast, era varieties, or incredible eye appeal, and especially when certified by top grading services like PCGS or NGC as PR70, those coins can explode in value. The highest reported sale of a single 1984 proof quarter? A staggering $67,000. Yes, you heard that right. $67,000. For a coin that started its life as part of a $10 proof set from the US Mint. That's the kind of story that turns everyday collectors into believers, and makes even casual hobbyists go dig through their closets, safe boxes, or inherited collections. So what's the big deal with these coins? It's about condition. It's about rarity. And it's about the insane demand in today's numismatic market. Perfect coins, and I mean truly perfect coins, are incredibly hard to find. Even proof coins straight from the mint might have microscopic flaws, hairline scratches, or tiny imperfections from the packaging process. But if your 1984 S quarter has survived the decades untouched, if it shows that frosty design popping off a mirror surface, if it has that rich, deep cameo effect that makes collectors drool, then congratulations. You may be holding something extraordinary. It's not just about finding a proof coin, it's about finding the right one. The one that stands out. The one that grading companies label PR 70 deep cameo. That's when the money comes in. That's when collectors line up to bid. That's when a 25-cent coin becomes a showpiece. And the best part? These coins are still out there. In old family collections. In dusty proof sets in basements and garages. At estate sales, flea markets, and antique shops. Some people have no idea what they're holding. Some proof sets are sold on eBay or yard sales for $5 or $10, just because no one took the time to look closely at the coins inside. And that's why knowledge is power. Because now you know what to look for. You know the value of that uncirculated, mirror shiny 1984 Washington quarter. You know that just one of those coins, in perfect shape, could turn a boring drawer find into thousands. Or, in the rarest cases, a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot worth over $67,000. So what are you waiting for? Grab that magnifier. Check your proof sets. Ask your parents or grandparents if they ever collected coins. You never know what's hiding in the back of a drawer or tucked away in a forgotten envelope. That one little quarter could be the coin that changes everything. Because in the world of coin collecting, it's not always the age or the size that matters. Sometimes it's the grade. Sometimes it's the shine. And sometimes it's just the right coin at the right time. And right now, the 1984 Washington quarter is having its moment. If you found this fascinating, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next coin that could be hiding a 5-figure surprise. Drop a comment if you've got a proof set or if you've ever stumbled on a rare coin, and don't forget to check those quarters. Because that little silver coin in your hand? It might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 3. You might be sitting on a gold mine, and not even know it. Right now, yes, this very moment, there's a coin that millions of Americans have completely forgotten about. It could be tucked away in an old proof set, sitting quietly in your attic, or even hiding in your parents' collection from the 90s. And that little coin? That overlooked Washington quarter from 1998 could be worth more than a brand new car. I'm talking about the 1998 Washington quarter dollar from a U.S. mint proof set, the version minted in San Francisco, polished to perfection, struck with ultra-sharp dies, and finished with a deep, mirror-like surface that screams value. These aren't your everyday quarters. They were never meant to be spent. They were never meant to be lost in a coin jar or tossed into a vending machine. These were made for collectors, and some of them are now selling for jaw-dropping amounts. So, what makes this little quarter from 1998 so insanely valuable? Let's break it down. The U.S. Mint, in its final year before launching the 50-state quarters program, created some of the most flawless and sharply detailed proof coins ever. These quarters, especially the ones from the San Francisco Mint with the S Mint mark, were struck multiple times on specially prepared planchets. That means ultra-high detail, shiny fields, and frosty devices, exactly what collectors drool over. But here's the secret that most people miss: not all 1998 S quarters are created equal. Some were minted in PR 70 deep cameo condition, the absolute highest grade possible. That means the coin is in perfect shape, untouched by time or fingers, with no flaws visible under magnification. And when those unicorns show up at auctions, collectors go wild. Because they know exactly how rare these flawless specimens are. And they're willing to spend big. Now I'm not talking about a few bucks. I'm not even talking about a few hundred. No. We're way past that. We're talking about sales that hit $2,700. And in some mind-blowing cases, these quarters have sold for as much as $69,000. Yes, you heard me right. A single coin, one small, shiny quarter, sold for $69,000. That's more than most Americans make in a year. That's more than a brand new luxury SUV. That's more than your student loans. And it's all tied to this one tiny piece of metal from 1998. Let's put this into perspective. You find a proof set in a box you haven't touched since the 90s. It looks clean, maybe even untouched. You pull out the quarter. It shines, it sparkles, it looks perfect. You send it off to a grading company. It comes back, PR 70 deep cameo. Jackpot. Suddenly, you're not just holding a quarter, you're holding a small fortune. And you know what the wildest part is? There are still thousands of these proof sets sitting in basements, closets, garage sales, storage units, thrift shops, all across America. People throw them out thinking they're just old coins. They hand them off without ever knowing the true value. But now you know. So here's what you need to do right now. Go find your 1998 US Mint proof sets. Pull out that quarter. Look for the S Mint mark, that's the San Francisco proof. Check for that icy white cameo contrast and the deep mirror background. If it looks pristine, untouched, flawless, you might just have the next high-dollar sale waiting to happen. And if you don't own one? Don't worry. Head to flea markets. Check local coin shops. Search estate sales. Because people are still letting these proof sets go for peanuts, while others are selling individual coins for tens of thousands. This is real money. Not mythical, not hype, not a scam. Just cold, hard cash sitting inside old collector sets that most people don't even look twice at. So are you ready to be one of the lucky few? Because the next time someone says, "It's just a quarter," you'll know better. It might just be your $69,000 ticket waiting to be cashed. Hit that like button if you're diving into your coin collection right now. Subscribe if you want to hear more about the hidden coin treasures most people walk past every day. And leave a comment if you've found something crazy in your collection, because trust me, it happens more than you think. Your next fortune could be smaller than the palm of your hand, but worth more than you ever imagined. Top 4. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. Imagine this: a simple Washington quarter, just 25 cents, sitting in your change jar, hiding in plain sight. But what if I told you that exact coin could be worth as much as $75,000? Yeah? You heard that right. $75,000. And no, this isn't some clickbait myth. This is a real, verified, from a proof set 1966 Washington quarter that collectors are desperate to get their hands on. So don't even think about skipping this video, because I'm about to show you how to spot the right coin, why it's so valuable, and how you could be holding one of these jackpot quarters without even knowing it. Now let's break it down. Back in 1966, the United States was in coin chaos. Silver was disappearing from coins, the mint marks were gone, and the US Mint was fighting a coin shortage. So what did they do? They stopped putting mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967, and they limited proof coins. But here's the twist: a few proof strike quarters were still made for internal testing, experimental use, or for collectors who had special connections or access. And guess what? Some of those ultra-rare 1966 proof quarters have leaked out into the public. And here's where things get crazy. If you find a proof-like or cameo-finished 1966 Washington quarter, especially one that wasn't supposed to be released to the public, it's like winning the lottery. Collectors are hunting day and night for these rare, mirror-like beauties with frosty designs and sharp details. We're talking about coins that were struck using specially polished dies, made only for proof sets, and never intended to circulate. But guess what? Mistakes happen. Coins slip through the cracks. And if you find one of these rare coins in pristine condition, no scratches, no wear, perfect edges, you could be staring at a five-figure payday. So how do you know if you've got the real deal? Let me tell you exactly what to look for. First, flip the coin in the light. Does it shine like a mirror? Do the raised parts, the bust of Washington and the lettering, look frosty, almost like they're etched in ice? That's a major clue. That's what collectors call deep cameo. Next, check the edges. A proof coin has a sharp, squared rim. It looks like it was struck with precision. Not dull or soft like normal circulated coins. Third, look for perfect centering and deep details. Proof coins don't have weak strikes. If your coin looks like it was carved by a laser, you're getting closer. And here's the biggest tip of all: if your 1966 quarter has all of these features — mirror surface, cameo contrast, sharp edge, perfect centering — do not spend it. Do not even breathe on it. Put it in a case and get it graded immediately by PCGS or NGC. That grading can turn your 25-cent coin into tens of thousands of dollars overnight. And now, the part you've been waiting for: what's the actual value of a rare 1966 proof quarter from a proof set in the right condition? Let me lay it out. Point 1: example sold at auction for $2,300. Another sold for over $12,500. And the holy grail of them all? A deep cameo, flawless gem 1966 proof quarter from a special strike sold for $75,000. That's right. From a coin you might overlook in a pocket of spare change or an old set of inherited coins, $75,000. So here's your mission: start checking your change, raid that old coin jar, dig through your grandparents' drawer, or pull out that dusty coin collection from the attic. Because somewhere out there, your fortune could be hiding in a single quarter. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this mind-blowing, and subscribe for more rare coin secrets. That could change your life. And before you go, drop a comment if you've got any 1966 quarters or you want me to check your coin picks in the next video. Your treasure hunt just started. Top 5. If you've got some old change lying around, it's time to stop ignoring it. Because that dusty little quarter from 1977 sitting in your drawer could secretly be worth a small fortune. Yes, I'm talking about the American Washington quarter dollar from 1977, but not just any old quarter. This one is from the proof set, the real deal. The kind of coin that could turn spare change into life-changing cash. So here's the million-dollar question: what makes a simple 25-cent coin worth more than a brand new luxury car? Well, buckle up. Because this isn't just about a coin. This is a money story with a wild twist. It all starts with the US Mint's 1977 proof sets. Those specially struck coins made only for collectors, using polished dies and special planchets that shine like mirrors. These aren't the ones you find in pocket change. They were never meant for circulation. They were crafted for perfection. But here's the twist: in that perfect world of mint-made beauty, some coins broke the rules. And when rare imperfections, minting errors, or low production anomalies occur in these proof coins, collectors go absolutely wild. These unique mistakes turn a normal coin into a jackpot. Now let's talk real numbers. Because collectors and coin dealers across America are paying big money for these quarters. And I mean big. We're not talking $20. We're not even talking $500. A pristine 1977 Washington quarter from a proof set, in flawless condition, graded at the highest levels, with mirror-like surfaces and deep cameo contrast, has been sold for thousands. And when I say thousands, I mean real, cold, cash-in-your-hand money. Some of these coins, depending on their grade, strike quality, and eye appeal, are selling for $2,300. Others have crossed into elite territory, where rare examples have pulled in a jaw-dropping $72,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter. Worth $72,000. So what should you do? Simple. Check your old coin collections. Dig through your parents' and grandparents' proof sets. Pull out any 1977 quarters that shimmer like a mirror. Look for deep cameo contrast. Look for flawless fields and sharp details. And if you think you've got something special, don't spend it, get it graded. You might just be sitting on a secret gold mine. Because in the world of coin collecting, it's not just about rarity. It's about condition, history, and timing. And right now, the market is hot. Don't let that 1977 proof quarter go unnoticed. Because it could be the smallest coin in your house. And the biggest payday of your life.